I think I saw many of you at Open Forum in 2009, and would like to welcome our panel, and Fawad will certainly go through the introductions. I wanted to take a few minutes and share with you a quick update for the organization. A couple of things, and I know we spammed you quite a bit via email, but I'd like to run a few things for you quickly. We just recently announced our calendar for 2008-2009, and as before, the emphasis is on aspiring entrepreneurs amongst you and early stage professionals. So a lot of our program, workshops, networking events are really targeted, for those of you who are at that stage. A few things that I'd like to make a mention of. One, besides this panel, which is the first panel, first networking event of the 2008-2009 calendar year, a couple others that are planned are one in spring, winter, late January. We will have an event for women. And this event is, and this is something we've been talking for a while, in fact, in Open, that we want to encourage more participation of women. So having an event around careers that women might find more attractive given what's happening in the economy, and also how to re-enter workforce if someone takes time off to raise families. So there will be a panel focused on that in late January. Spring panel we've decided to do on clean tech and opportunities in the ecosystem surrounding clean tech. That event will take place in March in San Francisco. Besides these broad events, we also do monthly workshops, and these workshops have been very, very successful. We launched them last year. We actually did, our first workshop was in September for this calendar year, and it was very successful. My understanding is there were about 60 people in the room. Our next workshop, the October workshop, is on soft skills, the art of soft skills, and that's taking place on October 22nd. And there's a very interesting workshop in November, and that's on personal finance. And believe me, all of us need advice on personal finance, so you definitely don't want to miss that one. All our workshops are now taking place at our new office. So this is a little sidebar. Open as we just moved into a physical office space, which for us is very symbolic. It's coming of age, and it's in Sunnyvale at the Plug and Play Technology Center. It's an incubator, and I'm sure you all get very familiar with that space. So all our smaller events take place in Plug and Play Tech Center in Sunnyvale now. In addition to workshops, we also do monthly mentorship breakfasts, and these are sessions which are designed for a very small group in the morning, and we pair folks with leaders in technology, folks who have started their own companies. And the next person on the agenda is Umair Khan, who many of you know is a serial entrepreneur, good friend of ours. And Umair will have breakfast with a group of mentees on October 14th. Again, you will see this in the emails, but I thought I'd mention since it is the upcoming events. And finally, our biggest event of the year is Open Forum 2009. It's a day-long conference, and I think many of you, and this room, by the way, is not recognizable that day. Last summer we had around 500 people that showed up at that event. That conference will take place in June. You will get the messages starting early next year. So this was a quick run through on some of the highlights of our calendar for this year. Before I hand the microphone to Fawad, a couple of things that I'd like to mention. There's one very exciting program that we're rolling out this year, which is called Open Office Hours. And our belief is that these events are a good forum for you to network. But we always got the feedback that how do you do the follow-through? So if you had a good conversation with a panelist or with a fellow attendee, and you have more questions, where is that setting? Where can I get more advice, more sort of hands-on mentorship? And now that we have an office and we have a physical space, we have launched what we call Open Office Hours, where you can request a mentorship session, and you have to fill out a very easy form. Abdul did a great job with creating a very easy form on the web. If you go on our main page under the user menu, there's a link called request mentorship or request mentor. Right, request mentorship or request mentor, and you fill out a very small form as to what your name is, what area you're interested in, are you an OpenSV member, And if you are not an OpenSE member, we encourage you to become one, by the way, because this program is open to OpenSE members only. And the idea is that we would like to pair you up with people in fields where you're looking for an answer. And this is open to entrepreneurs who want to, let's say, refine their pitch or a question about the business model, as well as professionals. And the majority of our members are actually working in large companies. And by the way, this is, as we all have seen, the market is in a turmoil. And I believe that programs like these will have incredible value as you are looking to make sure that you either refine your models if you're an entrepreneur, or that you are managing your career in a careful manner as we go through this rather rough time in the valley. So I'm hoping that you will take advantage of this program. And for now, we're going to be offering it twice a month. But if there is more demand, we can certainly create more office hour sessions. With that, let me turn the microphone to Fawaz. Fawaz